chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. This narcissist that was involved in your life really has they really have a burning desire for you to move on before you're healed. And you see, they will sit back and watch what you do. All right, this is what they will do. They can discard you, or the relationship ends, you cut them off, and they're cunning. They watch you from a distance. All right, and they see if you get into a new relationship. Sometimes they'll pose as actually potential new people in your life on social media, on dating apps. They'll make fake accounts. They'll talk to you. And really, they want to get you to move on. Because what the thing is throughout the relationship, they had you under an amount of control. Okay? But what they start to realize is you're slipping away from their grasp. Okay? And they know that if there's a chaotic ending of a relationship, a hurtful ending of a relationship, and you rush in with someone new, all you're going to do is think about them. And I've heard this from people in one-to-one sessions. They've moved on very quickly. It's not necessarily they ran into another narcissist. They just ran into someone new, but all they had on their minds was the narcissist. And the narcissist is fully aware about this concept, because even when they was involved with you initially, when you met them, okay, they were thinking about their past. They still weren't over their past. Even if they were in toxic relationships or dysfunctional relationships, there's something that occurs when two people come together and you have chemistry and you have a bond. You can have a toxic kind of bond, whatever, but you get used to the people that you're around. All right? And the narcissist didn't truly appreciate you. They could see that you were high value. They could see that it was a blessing to have you in their life, but still they had this burning desire for their past. They still weren't over their past. They were still probably exchanging messages with their past relationships. This is what they would do. So what the narcissist really wants you to do is move on and think about them. This is how the narcissist seals your heart, mind, and soul. All right. I've heard it time and time again. People going into new relationships with new people, not necessarily narcissists, right? Just people or toxic or whatever. Okay. And they can't get the feeling of the narcissist out of their minds. And this happens in non-narcissistic relationships as well. People try to heal through others. It's like your own family and friends will be like, hey, get back out there, move on, get back out there, move on. And it's just not the way to go. All right. There was an individual I spoke to who actually moved on pretty quickly. Didn't get too involved with the person, but was just communicating, talking, met up a couple of times. And this individual actually broke down. They wasn't as conscious as they was as when I had the session with them of narcissistic abuse and stuff and what they went through with the previous narcissist, but they felt an emptiness and they felt incomplete, and they broke down around this new person. Okay, because the agony, the pain. Okay, this is the thing. You actually start to become attached to your abuser. This is the thing that you have to go through the detox. You have to go through the healing. You have to roll solo for a while. You have to do this because you're actually very much so attached to your abuser. And it's really messed up. It's really messed up and confusing. It's a confusing state to be in. Even those of you that may comment in the comment section and say, You were so happy when they left. You were so happy when they discarded. And I made a video yesterday talking about the blessing in disguise from a discard. Yes, you may be, but I want you to understand that as time proceeds, you may not always stay in that state. All right. I've heard of many victims of narcissistic abuse actually pulling the plug on the relationship with the narcissist involved in their life, and they were ecstatic, they were happy, and a few months passed, and they started feeling bad for things they'd done. They started feeling like it's their fault. They started feeling remorseful. And this is the thing: you as chosen ones, empaths, and genuine souls, have such huge hearts, such big hearts, that you can feel bad about the relationship ending. And I just want to warn you about rushing into new relationships. It's what the narcissist wants for you. All right. They want you to run into another narcissist or a toxic individual, because that will even be worse. Okay. You run into another narcissist or toxic individual, the former narcissist will actually probably seem more decent than the new one. The new one will probably seem a lot worse. All right. But I want to also warn you that even if you meet someone genuine, kind, empathetic, pure, if you're not healed, you're not ready for that relationship yet. And there's no exact timing I can give you. There's no exact timing I can give you. Please like, share, and subscribe. There's no exact timing I can give you, like, of how long you should wait or whatever. But one thing that I would say is at least, I reckon, taking a year out from any form of relationships. At least. When I mean at least taking a year out. Because you'll notice that when you do take that year out, opportunities will arise. You'll be at a coffee shop, or you'll be out and about, and you might get looks from people. You might get stares, or you might get people trying to give you their number, or you might be on social media and people are trying to hit you up. You'll notice that people are trying to draw you out. You see, maybe it's something in is it metaphysical? Maybe it's something in the nature, the law of nature, like when you're not looking for something, when you're just getting on with your business, when you're just focusing on your healing, then you actually attract more people. And I'm not saying all of these people you attract are cunning and wicked and deviant and narcissists. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's rightly so that you should take a period of time out, come to a place in your own self where you don't miss the narcissist, you're not angry about the narcissist anymore. And that might take longer than a year. For some of you that are in longer term relationships, that might take longer than a year. I'm being true, like it can take longer than a year, but it's all down to you as an individual. I know people that have healed very quickly, okay? They've healed very quickly at rates, but they still have work to do nonetheless. There's still work to do. But other people take longer, but it's not a race, all right? It's not a race to heal first or anything like that. It's not a race to heal first, or it's just what's right for you. And I just want you to be conscious that the narcissist will be scheming, will be watching you, will be wanting you to move on. I've heard of narcissists involved in people's lives actually encouraging the victim, the survivor, to move on. Okay? Move on, they'll say. Move on. Get someone new. I'm done with you. Move on. This is how they'll be. Okay? And if you go off that kind of tip, where you're going off the advice of a narcissist to move on, it's not going to work out. All right? It's really not going to work out. Look, you don't need to be alone forever or be solo forever. You don't. But it's don't think that a fundamental mistake that a lot of survivors make, and it's a natural process, right? You think that the next person you meet is going to tick all the boxes. You think that the next person that you meet is going to answer all your prayers. or is going to be your happily ever after. And it just doesn't work out like that. I believe that you going through this narcissistic abuse is a training, is for you to have wisdom, to actually navigate correctly in the world, to avoid deviants, to avoid toxic individuals, and filter out all the crap and the rubbish. Okay? So if that means that you have to go 2 years or 3 years rolling solo, and then you find someone true, it's worth it in the end. It's better than hooking up with all these people along the way and realizing they're toxic, you see. One thing that you should do is not get too involved or attached to people too soon. Because a negative thing of getting attached too soon, you might not realize you're getting attached, but you're getting attached, you're getting accustomed to new people. And when you see these red flags, or you see something, you see some type of behavior from them that is weird, or just like it makes you feel a bit weird, or you're like, that's bizarre, you stay in the dynamics. And really, all of you collectively as empath chosen ones and genuine souls, you see an inkling of anything with anyone, friend, family member, romantic relationship, anyone, be done with them. Okay? Be done with them. But please remember, like I said, this narcissist that is involved in your life does push you away, does want you to move on. They have this kind of weird, bizarre thought process in their heads where they believe that you'll move on, you'll regret moving on, you'll miss them, and then they can come and pick you back up off the shelf. This is the sort of ways of operation that they move with, and it's happened to them. All right, and it's happening to them now. It happened to them when they was in the beginning of the relationship. Like I said with you, they would think about their past, and now they've monkey branched to new suppliers. They'll think about you. The difference about you is you're a rarity in this world, and you will supersede the rest. So I read a comment today. Someone said that they hadn't spoken to the narcissist since 2023. I read the comment. I can't remember the person's name. What video was it on? If you wanted to see it, or give them a comment back or a reply, I can't remember. But they said they hadn't spoken to the narcissist since 2023, and they got a message from the narcissist saying that the narcissist was saying how bad they feel, they can't get through the day, they feel so bad for the way they treated them. This is what I want to give you trust in, okay? They do pop back up again in the future, and I know you don't want that, all right? And I hope that none of you even get that, because they come back with trouble. But there is something you can extract from it, and you can extract some type of closure, because it really does ring true. When you see them pop back up and you're like, oh, they pop back up after X amount of time, you're like, you know what they were interested in. No matter what they spew out their mouths, no matter what they say, you know what they're interested in. All right? But just embrace that they will push you away, they will cut you off, they will discard you, they will ghost you, they will abandon you, they will equally break away from the relationship when you cut them off, and they know they will sit and watch and want you to move back in. So they would want you to move on with someone else. The difference with you is you'll be sickened by the fact they're with someone else. And that's what I want all of you to adopt. The moral standpoint of, if the narcissist has gone with someone else, I know many of you are unsure if they're narcissist, or you're unsure and whatever, but like, you know, they're toxic. Anyone in your life moves on with someone else, you can't let them back in your life. You can't let them back in your life. Having the thoughts of them with someone else and you're trying to have a healthy relationship, it's not going to work. It's a deal breaker. All right. But they're wicked, they're deranged, and they actually want you to move on to new supplies, so you never heal. They want you to move on quickly, so you stay trapped in the cycle of going from supply. Sorry, why am I saying supply? I apologize. They want you to move on to new people, so you stay encapsulated in a connection with them, feeling for them, and you never lose it. You see, that's what they want. And just watch out for this. All right, please be aware that they will pop up on your social media or on dating apps, posing to be someone else, making you build connections with people who you think are worthy, people who you think are nice, and really it's just them. They do all sorts of things like this. They want you to move on so you stay broken. All right. And how you defeat this is by taking a year out, taking some time by yourself. You see what you can do in a year. If you actually take 365 days out from the relationship, from the point of this video even, like say you've already been out of it 6 months or a year, like take a year out. Now you've got this knowledge. Take a year out, channel your energy in work or your career or your children or gym or your business or college or university or whatever you want to do, and you'll move mountains, you see. And by the time you get to day 365, you won't even necessarily want a new relationship too soon. And it's gonna program you. Is program the right word? I don't know. I'll use it. It's gonna program you into the right way of thinking, to where you're not gonna accept any BS from toxic individuals. That's what I want for all of you. I just want you to stay protected out there, because I have spoken to people that have took significant periods of time out from relationships, and they've ran into other narcissists at the other end. Okay, so there is a lot of them out there, and I just want you to stay protected and stay safe. And I want you to understand that trying to heal through people is not the answer. It may offer some sort of relief, some sort of painkiller, some sort of distraction, but really, when you're alone in your mind, you're going to be with this new person and you're going to miss the narcissist. All right. I'm telling you, if you take significant period of time out, you won't miss the narcissist. You won't want them back, and you'll get used to your own company before you let someone else in. It's right to love your own company. It's right to love your own life, and then build with someone new who is healthy, who is authentic, who is true. And you're never going to miss that narcissist that was involved in your life. You're never going to miss them. And that's just by taking a period of time out. To be honest, it doesn't even have to be a year, but just take a period of time out. You know what's best for you. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate your support. Please book a session if you'd like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. My podcast is now on Spotify. All links you need are in the description box below. If you would like access to over 100 exclusive videos, daily uploads and custom video requests, join my membership program at ZionMembership.com. Links also in the description box below. There's a 3-day free trial and you can cancel at any time. All content is made by me with no ties to any organisation or university. Your support truly keeps us going. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.